By July 1944, the sun-dappled lanes of Normandy had transformed into a claustrophobic graveyard of twisted metal. To the veteran crews of the German Panzers, the American M10 Tank Destroyer was a punchline, a lidless coffin. They looked at its open-topped turret and thin hull and saw a bathtub designed for a funeral. To a German commander, safety was measured in inches of Krupp steel. They believed a single well-placed grenade or a burst of mortar fire would end the American joke. But in the emerald labyrinth of the Bocage, that Teutonic arrogance would become their tombstone. While the Germans sought sanctuary behind massive armor plates, the Americans were wielding a weapon the Panzers couldn't understand: unobstructed vision. On July 26th, near the shattered remnants of St. Lo, the predatory silhouette of a Panther tank, the apex predator of the Reich, prowled the hedgerows. To the German crew inside, peering through narrow, dust-clogged glass slits, the world was a series of tiny, distorted snapshots. They were powerful, but they were effectively blind. Nearby, Sergeant Elias Thorne sat in his M10 coffin. But he didn't feel like a victim. He felt like a hawk. Without a roof to cage him, Thorne possessed the ultimate superpower of the battlefield: 360-degree situational awareness. He didn't just see the battlefield, he inhaled it. He heard the distinct, heavy clatter of the Panther's Maybach engine before it rounded the bend. He caught the momentary glint of a Zeiss lens reflecting the sun before the enemy turret could even begin its sluggish traverse. The Panther approached, its commander confident in his steel fortress. Crack! Thorne's 3-inch gun barked with lethal precision. A high-velocity kinetic round tore through the Panther's vulnerable side flank, bypassing its heavy frontal shield. In a heartbeat, the German fortress became a furnace of gasoline and screaming metal. The surviving German gunner desperately swung his turret toward the muzzle flash, but he found only shadows. The M10 was gone. Utilizing the shoot and scoot doctrine, Thorne had vanished into the green fog of the hedgerows before the smoke from his shot had even cleared. The tactical irony was absolute. The open top wasn't a flaw, it was a deliberate choice. The Germans had traded their eyes for protection, and in the chaos of Normandy, it made them prey. The M10 crews lived with the constant threat of the wind, the rain, and the mortar shell, knowing their exposure was the price of their lethality. They proved that a hunter who can see is deadlier than a king who is blind. In the end, victory wasn't won by the thickest steel, but by the men brave enough to look death in the eye without a lid to hide behind.